Hello everybody, it is day 21 of 365 days of single shenanigans and we are doing our weekly review. Now this week was a bit disappointing. I was really exhausted all week, probably partially due to the fast and not eating any meat, but probably mostly due to just like going to bed late every night and staying in bed past my alarm some days as well. So a bit rough, but we have some ideas on how to do better next week, and that's what's most important. So let's have a look at the habit tracker first. So very exciting, we've almost completed the habit tracker. We've got 1 week left and then we'll be making a new one. But as you can see in the morning routine, it's quite messy. There's not a lot of ticks happening, lots of half-assing happening, and a few X's in there as well. Yeah, so I'm thinking it was kind of stress test this week. It doesn't necessarily mean that I've done anything wrong. It might mean that the morning routine isn't working for me, or it might mean that I was just really exhausted and it was a bit too difficult to do everything perfectly, which is okay. And then in the evening routine, you can see that we've got lots of half-assing happening and some X's over here as well. So, but that day with the X's and only one tick, that was just a really bad day. That was Saturday. Saturday was rough. My legs were really uncomfortable. And yeah, it was not a good time. Super tired, super uncomfortable, did not get to do most of the things I wanted to do that day. But for my legs, what I'm thinking of doing this week, well, what I am doing actually, I've already written it in my diary, so it's happening, is I want to get more steps, because the leg pain isn't necessarily pain at this point. It's not like ouchy. It's more just like, imagine my tendons are afraid. That's how it feels. It feels like my tendons are afraid. So instead of resting them a bunch more, because I've been resting this week. I walked up one hill. I did barely anything with them. I've been resting them all week and they're still mad at me. So I think they're scared, and what do we do when we're scared? We expose ourselves to our fears gently, and then we slowly become less scared. So my plan to exposure therapy my legs is to just get more steps in. Today's step goal is going to be 4,000. Tomorrow's and Wednesdays, so today's Monday by the way, even though this is Sunday's video. So Monday's 4,000, Tuesday, Wednesday are 5,000, Thursday, Friday and Saturday are 6,000, and Sunday has no metrics because it's a rest day, so we don't need any metrics, and however many steps happen will happen. The next thing I really noticed this week was that because of the fast, it kind of warped my relationship with food a little bit, and so I want to make that a focus this week so that we don't end up speeding up the pendulum, and hopefully we can continue to slow that down and eventually stop it in its tracks. And then I also noticed that in my prayer life, sometimes I was really into it, and sometimes I felt so I don't know, it was weird. Like, I really didn't want to do it. But I think it was just because I was kind of tired, and the prayers can be quite long sometimes. So I'm cutting down to just the Lord's Prayer morning and night, and really gonna be trying to just, you know, kind of work on my heart in that. And then I can maybe increase my prayer life again later. And the other thing is that on Saturday, when I was so like exhausted and everything, I wasn't able to do all of my closing cycles that I usually do on a Saturday, and I had to do it on a Sunday, which is not what we want. We want everything to be perfect on Sunday so we can focus on the Lord and rest. But that didn't happen. So this week I am going to be focusing on closing cycles daily and not leaving it to the next day. Like, every day cycles will be closed. Room's going to be super duper clean every day when I go to bed. Another thing that happened this week is I completely forgot to fill out this part of the habit tracker. I don't know if I really like that part anyways. That was kind of a new thing that I've tried for this one. So I think for the next one, I might change that one up a little bit anyways. I did also, this is a win, I finished the module that I've been working on in my TAFE course. And so today I'm going to do the module review, and then I'll be starting the next module tomorrow, so that's exciting. I actually have a lot of fun stuff planned this week, so stay tuned, especially the next couple days. I'm very excited about it. But I think that's all I have to say for this week's weekly review. Oh, wait a minute. I totally forgot about these. Weekly growth targets. Generate $200 to $400 in income. We did not do that this week. Save $100. We did not do that this week. Increase movement by 10%. I'm actually not sure if we did that this week. Submit 3 to 5 job applications. I think I did 2. So, yeah. And we didn't do our 8 hours of study on the Monday and Tuesday. We did not do 8 hours of doing job applications. We did not do 6 to 8 hours of DoorDash each day on Wednesday and Friday. And we did not, well, we kind of got 8 hours of sleep every night. That's good. Didn't get our 60 grams of protein and 5 serves of veg. And I don't know if we really had a movement increase. Maybe we did. You know, I think we did have a movement increase. That can be a win this week. Yeah, so I have not been looking at these nearly enough. I think I need to redo them because these are kind of like what I think I should be doing. They're not necessarily what I actually need to be focusing on. So I think we will be redoing those at some point. But I can't believe I've literally forgotten to look at that in the last weekly review and this one. Whoopsie. Okay. I think that's all I have for today's weekly review though. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.